And it just happened so fast. I mean, there was no warning. It just suddenly started going, and it was just orange. And then all you'd feel is just the gusts of wind. My everything was there, and I lost everything.
Tyra is a wildfire survivor. She was in a unit that actually burnt down, and she barely got out in time with her and her son Jonathan. My name is Ashley Hamilton. I'm the Chief Program Officer of Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency, and I am a firm believer in the Community Services Block Grant, in the vital services it provides in changing and transforming lives. So once Tyra came to us, we were able to provide services towards housing navigation. So we're able to put her in a home that is safe for her and her son and provide the rental assistance that she needs so she can stay here long term, while also doing wraparound case management.
You know, to have a better life for me and my son, you know, not being homeless anymore. That feels wonderful. I can't even explain what that feels like without crying.
My name is Jimmy Jones. I'm the Executive Director of the Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency here in Salem. The organization wouldn't exist without CSBG. CSBG allows us to execute our programs. It allows us to run homeless services. It allows us to feed hundreds, eventually thousands of people all across the community. And with the addition of a lot of federal money and a lot of state resources, we purchased an 80-room motel that we can shelter about 100 individuals in. Right now, the people that are in it are mostly wildfire survivors that we're still trying to house. So that event isn't over for us.
Well, everything I have left on planet Earth is right here. Everything else burned up in the fire. Well, this fire basically, and along with COVID, basically destroyed the last year and a half of my life. And so a place like this is like a godsend.
My name is Leanne Marx. I am the CSBG Program Coordinator at Oregon Housing and Community Services. So the beautiful part about the CSBG funds is that they are able, the community action agencies are able to go ahead and, use these funds in a way that meets an immediate need, such as what we had with the wildfires and the heat dome.
We begin here at 5 o'clock. We start with the devastating impact of our historic heat wave.
Several of these high-pressure systems, or heat domes, are much stronger and hotter than what we're used to seeing.
Now, the last time it was this hot, at the end of June, nearly 100 people died.
During the heat dome of 2021, we had daytime temperatures that were in the range of 115 to 118 degrees. So a lot of times people in poverty especially live in places that don't have access to any air conditioning at all. We sent our outreach teams out into the homeless camps to check on everybody. We went tent to tent. And remember, this is in the middle of a COVID environment, so that was a very difficult thing. We brought with us nearly 6,000 bottles of water that we distributed over the course of about 3 days. We distributed about 1,200 pounds of ice as well. And without CSBG and without all of the assistance we get from the Office of Community Services and the Administration for Children and Families, all of those folks would not have had an answer.
In situations where there's a wildfire or there's other dramatic community events that we need to be emergency-based and responsive to, CSBG affords us that opportunity.
The program's given me and my son a lot of hope, more hope than I could ever imagine, and strength as well to begin a new life and start over.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.